Alright, welcome back everyone. New project today. Got a Spirit Valley of the Magic Rings book, Nook. It is totally not a Lord of the Rings book, Nook, I'm sure. Because that would... The Tolkien family is notorious for their litigiousness, so I'm sure they wouldn't dream of doing anything like that. But, sorta looks like a fun little build. Got the full landscape going. Got a little ring accent here. If you're new here, while I'm opening this up, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix all my failures as they come up. Have a good time and upload daily, so it generally doesn't take me too long to get through a build. Okay, we're just looking to have a little fun here. We're not doing anything serious, just change the world. Just building some silly little models. Let's see. But if you've seen any kits or models or builds or anything that you'd like to see me take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list, and everybody keeps suggesting good ones, so my list keeps growing. So it's just going to keep going and going until we run out of suggestions or models, or, well, I don't guess any other reasons it would stop. But let's pop it open and see what we got into here. Got a handy dandy bag of goodies, it looks like. Got some moss, some chains, teeny tiny screwdriver, there's the ring, there's battery pack touch sensor thing, little dust cover, I'm assuming, looks like, got a mirror there, another dust cover, alright, fairly not thick instruction book, but we look at 19 pages it says, so won't be too bad, I don't think. According to the cover, it's only a 2.5 out of 5 star difficulty, I think. I think that's what it said, somewhere on there. It was on the side. Okay, there it is, yeah. 2.5 out of 5, so should be relatively quick. Doesn't look like it's one of those that has a ton of assembly of little bitty pieces, and which is what's really the time-consuming part of these things. To me, it seems like. Alright, let's pop this out of that. Alright, and see what we can see. Got, looks like our bottom there. Looks like that's what that's for anyway. Got a battery compartment opening. There's I, and we go to A. I guess I can get you in a little closer to see some more of the details. And B. So, Spirit Valley of Magic Rings. I think it seems like the logo was slightly different in on the website when I bought it. Maybe a little copyright infringement on that other one. H and D put together. Looks like there's a dwarf and a wizard going on. There's a black drake, not a dragon, because somebody explained to me one time that dragons have 4 legs and drakes have the arms into the wings. I forget. That seems like an extremely nerdy thing, but that's the kind of people I used to hang out with. Before they all got married and had kids and all that stuff. Alright. Alright, yeah, I believe this is going to be a fairly simple, 2.5 out of 5 build. It doesn't seem like there's not tremendous, overwhelming amount of sheets. Pieces look pretty straightforward. I think it'll be a fun little build. Take another look at our instruction manual. How the pictures look. Pictures look pretty good. I actually prefer the black and white pictures most of the time, or the drawings rather than the actual pictures, because to me it makes it easier to see where the pieces are supposed to go. Having the sort of realistic drawings is nice, but I think to my mind this works better for me anyway. But I will gather up the first few steps, and we will get going on this thing. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, starting off pretty simple. Just putting what appears to be a roof piece. Oop, that's it. That way, the cutout over here, and colored that side, but not that side. Let's see here. Enough left in the tank for that. Okay, that's better. Maybe I did miss it on the other one as well. We'll find out. But, step 2. No, nope, I did not. It's covered up, and same little cutout there. In. And okay, evidently I missed one, so I guess you can watch me do some painting and pulling. Somehow, okay, I thought it's the mirror image of that one. I just thought that was showing a different angle or something. That's what I'm going to go with anyway. Let's see, so we get C6, C10, I think I already did C6. Yeah, I was supposed to do C10 on that one. Okay, so I've totally messed this up. Okay, so let's pull the pieces I need first. I8. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Okay. Let's see, so this. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, so this one is right, I think. And this one is just. Okay, so those are the same. This is going. So this one goes in that way. We don't even use. I'm not even going to use these tonight. I've confused myself thoroughly here. Okay. Slightly darker color. Let me check that again. That was supposed to be C10. Okay, so C10 is supposed to be, okay, that one. And C6. Okay, so I do need to swap them. I've been using as I did. May not show on camera, but this one's just a little bit darker, so I am going to go to the darker gray color on it. Maybe this one's in the shadows or something, I'm not sure. Okay, top there. Okay. And then red. use my big boy on the red. Oh, nice straight edges, and I don't have a big boy gray one. But I do need the other end, the edges. Those shingle bits there. Take a couple of coats. Didn't soak in on the laminate there. I think that'll blend enough. Okay. That's you to come apart. And I just did. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it matters or not, but okay. Now these don't match that. Painting on top of that, the paint should make it. Okay. Now we're back to where we were at 3 or 4 minutes ago. Now this one, so it is the opposite. And of course, yeah, I forgot to. I did change that. Okay. Second coat always covers better anyway. Okay. So this is going in here. Okay. Now, like I said, now that I've confused myself like that, let's move on to the stuff we're actually going to use to build tonight. Okay. I did separate we got several runs of this, a couple of these, so I did keep them separated to keep myself straight there. So we got outer shells. These go in here. Looking at it now, I probably should have went the lighter gray. It looked darker than that one I was putting on. Let's see. Okay. That's I can't have that much contrast. There goes Neo using her litter box. I'll finish this painting this and let her do her thing. Okay, there we go, a little bit closer, and then drop in this little dealio in the top. Go all the way down. Make sure you're. I think that's it. Can't tell though. Let's see here, where's the lines at? Okay, yeah, that's all the way in. Okay. Then, deja vu all over again. And then with the arch going upwards. Forgot to repaint that side, but I think I'll live with it on just one of them. Okay, now I don't think that one went all the way in. These Okay, that is a little bit taller on that second one. Okay. So. Is it one in the first time? Okay, there it goes. Okay. So now we got those guys. And on to the next piece. Tab up. There. Easy enough. Likewise. Let's go. That way. And somehow I just saw I missed another step or two here. I don't know how. I don't know what's wrong with that. Okay. I'll do this one. Okay. Yeah, I missed like a bunch of steps here. I mean, I skipped over like 5 steps. I guess I was in a hurry to install the floor. Alright, so let me go gather up a bunch more pieces and I'll be right back and we'll get some more assembly done. Wow, I'm like I said, batting 1,000 tonight. Okay, now I think I'm back on track. Let's see here. So building this more of a wall here. There. Let's tab out and up. So I may end up wanting to color that one. I'm not sure what this plugs into. Let's see if I can take a peek. Yep, I do want to color that one. Don't know how I missed it. Okay. Now, this guy goes on here. Yep. Okay. Now we get to start assembling pieces into a uniform wall. Okay, so we start with you. I think. Yeah. Go into the back of this one. And this one comes in here. This is going to be a challenge. Okay. Okay, that might work. Now, I guess over here, this guy comes in here. Okay. And this guy on here. Okay, so that's what it looks like from the front. This one is still really loose. Okay. And now the acid test to find out whether I'm right on this. Get to put our walkway in. So looks like everything's going to line up. cooperate. And none of them are cooperating. Okay, there those go went in. Well, you're gonna escape. Okay, here, those guys to in place now. Alright, gotta. Yeah, it looks like they're all down. Of course, now I see the bricks I missed on here. Oh. Doesn't do as good a job coloring it after the fact, but it helps. I say those are all recesses. Okay. We'll go on them. Okay, now I'm feeling better about that. Okay, so we got this guy, these guys coming up next. Okay, so this guy goes in these. There it says. Oh. Okay. That's not a very close match at all, so let me okay, so that's okay, now little guys going on either side here. Oh, should have done it first. I think it's still got room. Yeah, okay. Put it on backwards, of course. It sticks. Good enough. Okay, there we go. That's better. I'll get you. This side. Facing the right way the first time. And actually, looks like we're going to be looking at it down this side, so that I didn't do it right the way the first time. A little bit of hubris on my part. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, now that's. Now we take these guys. They're supposed to. I guess. Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, they go on like that. Go past the window or whatever. So it's gonna go on top of that, around there. I think. Yeah, I'll stick with the old. I've been using the B7000 for a while, so I'm gonna stick with it because it's so that flow control within this little tip is awesome. So I'm just gonna put a couple of 3 dots of it on there. Cool. It cooperates with me. Appears it's going to. It's always a good thing. Okay. Set you aside for the moment. It doesn't take long for that stuff to get sticky, but it does take a minute or two. But get to do some already pulling out the side. We're gonna get to do some wiring on it. So that one with our, there's only 3 LEDs in the whole thing, so we get the one with 2 on 1 wire for this bit. And those brackets. Okay, so are these by chance the same length? They are the same length LED, so that's good. You don't have to worry about which one's which. Let's see here. Using these 2 brackets here. So this, the wider one. Get you started, not making you flush yet. And then should be, those are both, it looks like it's pointing to this one, but that's not going to fit. They told me to pull the wrong bracket. Which one is E? E3 is the wider. And so it says this is supposed to be that. I think it's just my eyes aren't. Okay, I guess that is right. Yeah, and E5 is okay. They look the same from my angle. Okay, looking on the screen, I can see they're not. Okay. So you there. Our watt plug going out the bottom, and let's see here. So this one does a zigzag like so. You guys go in. I think actually. Looks like it's got a gap for the wire, yeah, to go in sideways. Got a little extra recess there. So. There. Cinch these guys down, I think. Tool out and give them a wiggle and a press. Alright, and then this one, let's bring this one around underneath it like that. And same thing on both of them looks like. So let's get you in there and go on the wires and come bring it up onto the insulation maybe. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if y'all can hear the thunder or not tonight. No. Whoa, that's a big one. But that's why I think I'm going to cut this one a bit short, because I'm worried about the power going out and me losing my ability to compute. So get these guys pressed in. Okay, that didn't click, but it went in. Okay. Down. I should be able to adjust that one because it's above. Okay, so move around there. I got both of them going over our brackets and back down. Okay, Now, I'll put in our roof pieces and whatnot, and eventually we'll get our wall in, and that'll be a good place to stop once we get all that stuff situated. I see an accordion piece we may put in to finish things up. Yeah, I think that's my plan. I'm going to start at the top. Yeah, it does say start at the top. So A, this guy. Okay, so we're bringing the wire in front of one side and behind the other. So you just go in right here. D and E, let's see which one. It's like, ooh, something else I just noticed. Didn't get coverage on the risers there. That one either. Okay. Okay, so put you back in. Third time, I think. Okay, so. D was the one, E was the taller one, so D goes in here. It's supposed to lock in there and sort of line up, yep, lines right up with our roof line. Really nicely, actually. Okay. And you, yeah, they both go in. It's not the same time yet. So here. Okay, that's the, that one's beveled and that one's flat. Okay. Another. Okay. Ooh, got some accordion pieces to go already. Huh? E. Yep. Okay, so supposedly got E20. Not fun to pop out. Okay, good. Okay. I'll be honest, this has already taken longer than I thought it was going to. I was worried I was going to have like a 25-minute video. So I may end up to my 45 in spite of myself. Okay. Get some color on the edge of our roof here. I think that's the, yeah, that's going to be the front. I'll hit both sides anyway because I'm here in the middle. Okay, so that one was this E20. Where does E20 go? E20 goes on this one. That's compressing it down. Am I supposed to? Okay, it does say glue it in. Okay. How are we supposed to get those? Yeah, I'm not feeling this. Okay. So I'm gonna, since I'm gluing it anyway, I'm gonna sand the edges to make the thing hopefully go right into the slot there. Just have to miss this side. Drop in. Okay, so that dropped in. Let's it drop in nice and flush up there. Okay. I'll put a couple of these 7,000 drops on this part. Pop you in. Make sure that stays seated. I don't think there's going to be any trouble. And then get out the old Gorilla Super Glue. And actually, I'm going to let that B7000 get a little set in before I use the super glue. I'll get back to the E44, the other one. Yep, okay. Didn't see any other ones like this, so that's what I thought it would be. Oh, actually, same thing on this one. The side of the tab. It just slots right in there. Okay. Okay. Now, make sure you're fitting. A little bit more at the edges. Okay, there it goes. Now, okay. Let's see what else can I do while we're waiting on. Okay, let's install our wall here. So hopefully that's had enough time to get stabilized. Back around. Goes. Okay, so this goes. Where's our wire go? Okay, our wire. Got a slot for our wire to go down. Okay, let's see Nice. All right. Cool. So we got our wires running down there. Snug that one up so it's not hanging out. Okay. So I've got the accordion bit's going to go over the top here, so let's see how well that one works. It's on I. Yep, I-10. That one's, yeah, I-10. To give us two of these, so maybe it doesn't say spare, but getting these things off the form's almost as stressful as installing them. There it goes. Okay, so close to red. Probably not that. That one, yeah, it's darker than that. Okay, I'm gonna do. I don't have a good red for that, so I'm just gonna use my standard big boy red. Get the full coverage on it. Maybe one coat will soak in, it'll sort of blend, so we'll find out. Okay. Now let's see, it's supposed to go there, wrap around to there. And it is darkening a little bit, so let's put one side in and wrap it then. Okay. Here we go. That side in, just bring you around. Let's see. Okay, there it went. Alright, not too bad. Yeah. This side's all the way in. Yeah. I better quit trying to do that. Okay. Now, this guy. Okay, so. Okay, this guy goes here. Oops. And that guy over here. That not. Okay. All right. Let's see. Now, I'm going to pull one more piece because there's a trim piece that goes across the top, and we will call that a night. E10. Then we get to move on to a different part of the build tomorrow. First things first, get this thing cleaned up and let's see, I think I'm going to go with dark gray. In there. Touch it where I just rubbed it off my fingers. Alright. I think that's our first. Like I say, we're gonna move to putting little people together tomorrow. So this seems like a good place to stop for tonight. I'm sort of digging it. A little convoluted way around, but I'm, got there in the end. I'm not saying that. Like I say, it's evidently going to be the left side, or the right side rather. That's going to be our sort of our angle on it. That's interesting. Got a nice little. Oh, darn! Forgot about the roof. Okay, let me get out the old Gorilla Super Glue. I'll take care of that. So I have to put right on those runners right there, I think. It should come in. And I'm going to give it another 3 more seconds. Okay, that seems good. And same thing on here. Those runners really good. Let me go a little lower so I'm going to hit it. And bring you down. And give it a full 10 or 12 seconds here. And boom. See, that one didn't stick as good on the back side. Got a little gap on, a little gap on that one, but I'm not going to go back and mess with it at this point. Now we're done. Guess our watchtowers or whatever you want to call it up there. Alright. Okay. I'll say, not my best work tonight. Hopefully I'll be in better form tomorrow. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. I'll put the playlist for this one over there. And I'll put whatever YouTube thinks you should watch over there. And there's the links to a couple of my channels. This is the channel you're watching now. And that's my sort of new experimental channel. So, I'll see you next time.